Hello everyone. In this video, I'll be walking you through how to enter opening balances in Odoo 19. Now there are two ways you can do this. You can either import it or you can enter them manually. In this video, we'll be focusing on the manual approach. Opening balances are essential to maintain financial accuracy in your system. Whether you are starting fresh with Odoo or you are migrating from another accounting software, you need to bring in your existing balances so that your reports like the trial balance, balance sheet, profit and loss, etc. will be balanced. Without proper opening balance, your reports will be incomplete or misleading. So, without much further ado, let's dive into the video. Before entering any data, the first step is to ensure that you have the proper localization installed. To check that, let's go to the accounting app. In the configuration settings, here you can choose your appropriate localization. Since I'm in India, I'm choosing the Indian localization. And then don't forget to click on save. The localization you choose will automatically set up your chart of accounts, your tax structure, and other accounting configurations. So this is a very vital step. Now you can check the chart of accounts from here. You can see that the appropriate accounts with respect to the Indian localization have been automatically installed. Now let's move on to entering the opening balances step by step, starting with different types of accounts from the trial balance. So go to accounting and journal entries. We'll be entering our journal entries over here, and I have created a template. This will be our trial balance, and these will be the values which we will enter into our system. So let's quickly go through the trial balance that I have created. Here you can see the total cash amount, the total bank account, the accounts receivable. This is the amount of money that we have yet to receive from the customers. The account payable, it is the total amount of money that we have to pay to the vendors. The tax payable, the tax receivable, the capital account, which is the equity value, then the laptop and television, which is the fixed asset value. As you can see here, I've entered the total values for account receivable and accounts payable. This works only if you need the overall balance, but in most cases, you may want to track which specific customer or vendor the amount relates to. In that case, you can enter these balances partner-wise, which I'll be showing you later on in the video. Enter the cash balance. Let's go here. And first we need to create a cash account. So let's go to the chart of accounts. And here you can see that there is no cash account. So let's create one. The type should be current assets because cash is an asset. And let's save it. Now go to accounting and journal entries. Click on new. You can write the reference as opening balance. The journal will be miscellaneous operations. Now, I'm going to set the account as cash and set the label as cash balance. Since it was 5,000 here, I'm going to enter 5,000 in the debit side. One important thing you need to understand about accounting is that debit means it is an increase in asset or expenses. Credit means it is an increase in liabilities or revenue. And since cash is an asset, it is increasing our asset. That's why it's in the debit side. Now let's move forward with the bank account total. So there is already an existing account for this bank. We can set the label as bank balance. And the total was from the debit side. Okay. Now our next step is for account receivable and accounts payable. So I'm going to show you with individual vendors how you can put the entry. So let me take two vendors. The total is okay. So let's add a line. Since this is for the accounts receivable, that is the money that we have to receive from the customers, the account that we are going to use here is debtors. Because you can see here in the chart of accounts, if you filter it by receivable, this is the account that you will use for accounts receivable. Now let's put a partner. Let it be 10,000. Let's add another line for debtors. This time we are going to use our other vendor or customer. Doing this allows you to see which vendor or which customer owes you how much. This is a much more easier way than bringing it all together under accounts receivable. So here the total is the value is 5250. We can do the same for accounts payable as well. Now for accounts payable, the account that we are going to be using is creditors. So let's add the account here as creditors. I'm going to add a partner that is Rachel. Then in the credit side, it's going to be 30,000. Since this is the account payable, it comes in the credit side. That is, it is our liability. Next is tax payable. For tax payable, the account that you use is tax payable and tax receivable. So it follows a similar structure as the account receivable and account payable. You just map the account here and then you add a label and add the value in the debit or credit side. For capital accounts, the account that you use is capital account because it is an equity. So here, consider this is the account that you use and the type is equity. This is also in the credit side because it. Next is the laptop and the television. We have a separate provision for laptop. Let's copy the amount here. For laptops, you can see that we have a computer or laptop assets. So this is what we are going to be using. Just set the label and in the debit side, you enter the value. But for television, we are going to be using our miscellaneous assets. Okay, and just enter the label here. And the value is. It is also important to note that for values such as fixed deposit, rent deposit, etc., we use the deposit account in Odoo. The type is set as current assets. This one. This is the account that we use for this. And then there are loans or any advance payments that you receive. For those, we use the unsecured loan type account. And this is a current liability. As you can see now that our journal entry is not balanced. That is, the credit side is not equal to the debit side. Under such cases, what you can do is you can set the remaining amount in the profit or loss appropriation account. Earlier, it was called as the undistributed P&L account, but now in the newer versions, this is the new name, profit or loss appropriation. As you can see now, our credit and debit side are both balanced and our journal entry is now balanced. One important thing to note here is that it's not just about making the entry balance, it's about placing it under the right account type, whether it's an asset, liability, or equity that matters. Only when the accounts are mapped correctly will your financial reports be accurate and meaningful. In the next video, we'll see how we can import it in bulk so that you don't have to type them manually. After everything is set, all you need to click is post to post this journal entry. So let's click on post. To check the reporting, let's go to the trial balance. And you can see all of the entries have accurately come here. That's it for this video. I hope you learned how to manually enter opening balances in your Odoo system. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video.